From Tornado Alley on the campus of Booker High School, this is our Southwest Florida High School football game of the week. And tonight, it's the Port Charlotte Pirates taking on the home team, Booker Tornadoes. And a good evening, everybody, who might be watching or listening to us tonight. Doug Miles and Ed Schneider with you from the press box at Tornado Alley, getting set for another hopefully exciting football game tonight. And Ed, we come back to a place we did quite a few games in the last few years, and we get to see a Booker team that had an upset win in the first week of the season, but they've been struggling ever since.
They haven't been able to put it together since that surprise overtime victory against the Riverview Rams in the season opener. So they come in tonight's game 1-2. The other side of the coin, the Port Charlotte Pirates, they travel up from Charlotte County with a 2-1 record. They're coming off a big win last week, and they're looking forward to seeing if they can continue their winning streak here tonight against the Booker Tornadoes.
Warm, muggy night, but looks like we're going to escape any rain throughout the area, so we should be in pretty good shape for football tonight as we are set for the kickoff. The Booker Tornadoes looks like they're going to receive the ball first. And first of all, we're going to have the national anthem, I believe. It's kind of unusual. The teams usually don't line up on the field before the anthem, but that's what we're going to have right now. And the national anthem here at Tornado Alley, and we are set for some football tonight. The sun has gone down, and we are set for good Friday night lights here from Tornado Alley, also the home of the Sarasota Millionaires team in the Florida Football Alliance, which may or may not return this year. They took a year off. The Southwest Florida Gladiators, which was a combination of the Braden Gladiators and the Millionaires, won the championship last year, but we'll find out if they will be returning here to Tornado Alley. But in the meantime, it's going to be Booker ball to start tonight's game, Ed, and we expect a lot of running tonight.
That's right, Doug. Last week in their 57-21 win over Cape Coral, they had four backs, including the quarterback, scored 2 touchdowns each, and that's a pretty impressive job. And we don't expect it to be in the air a whole lot tonight by Port Charlotte. Let's see if Booker is able to stop the running game of the Pirates.
And the Tornadoes will get the ball first, kick down the middle of the field, taken at, looks like the 5. It goes over the returner's head into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And a good choice there by Leandra Hewitt for not picking it up. It actually went in the end zone, so we'll be 1st and 10 at the Booker 20-yard line.
Well, Doug, that was a bouncer, and it took a big hop before it got to him at about the 5-yard line, and he did touch it. Fortunately for him, it did bound into the end zone, which is an automatic touchback in Florida high school football. So that'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line to start this initial drive of the game for the Booker Tornadoes.
Tornadoes moving from right to left, dressed in the purple jerseys, white pants, purple helmets with the yellow face mask, white numbers, and led by their quarterback Arthur Brantley. They line up in the eye right away. One wide receiver in motion to the far side. There's a handoff straight up the middle, and not going to be much there at all as the Pirate defense closes up very quickly, and that was Jamal Benson on the first carry of the night.
Yeah, good interior defense there by the Pirates, setting up a second and long situation now for the Booker Tornadoes.
Second down and 10. No gain on that play. Now Brantley back in the gun. Offset eye takes the snap. Benson takes the ball. Nice hole up the middle, up across the 30-yard line, out to the 33. And first down for the Tornadoes. Boy, that is a nice burst of speed there.
It sure was. There wasn't a big hole there, but he was able to get through it quickly and move the chains here on the second play of the game. Big 13-yard gain there for the Pirates on that play, setting up first down for the Tornadoes. Here we go, Doug. Let's see if they can keep it going now and keep the ball away from the high-scoring Port Charlotte Pirates.
At their own 33-yard line, Brantley once again, they have 4 wide receivers going out, but handoff again to Benson, who goes up the middle. And this time he gets up to about the 35, maybe the 36. Short pickoff of about 3 yards on that carry. As we expected, Ed, all on the ground so far for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, both teams, I think you're going to see a heavy ground game. I think Booker will throw it around a little bit more. Let's see if this is the time now on a second and long situation.
No huddle. 3 wide outs to the far side, 1 to the near side. Direct snap. Quarterback Brantley throws to the far side, has a man open, complete out around the 40 to the 45-yard line, near the first down marker. And it is a first down.
Yes, it is, and that was Jermaine Belvin Jr., one of the co-captains in tonight's game. He caught the ball about 3 yards short of the first down, but was able to turn it up. Oh, I guess he stepped out of bounds, Doug. I thought he picked that up.
I thought he did too.
Third in inches, it looks like.
Just shy of it. Belvin with the catch. It's going to be less than a foot, it looks like. They're going to measure it over there on the far side of the field. Just underway, if you're just joining us, 10:56 left in this first quarter. Booker with the ball to start the ball game tonight. Started at their own 20, now moving the ball up toward midfield, and they're going to bring the chains over to now the middle of the field where they'll do the official measuring.
Yeah, the far side hash mark, Doug. They'll mark it there, and third in inches. Let's see if Booker plays it safe and goes with the quarterback sneak, or let's see if they try to maybe get it outside a little bit and bring a big one.
Arthur Brantley, sophomore quarterback, goes 6'1", 150. Likes to run with the ball. We saw that a few weeks ago when the Tornadoes beat the Riverview Rams in the Ram Bowl, that great overtime win for them. Double wides to either side of the line. Brantley in the gun. Benson standing to his right, 1 step behind. He's going to take the handoff, Benson. And no, it's the quarterback keeper, goes outside, picks up the first down, gets up toward the midfield stripe, and it's going to be brought out of bounds on the far side of the field. Good fake there, quarterback keeper.
Yeah, you're not going to quarterback sneak out of the shotgun, Doug. He did a nice job that time of faking it inside where they had already run 3 times. He pulled the ball out of the stomach of the runner and was able to get it outside and move the chains here. First down for Booker.
They mark it at the Booker 47-yard line. First and 10 once again. Ball on the far side hash mark. 1 wide out coming to the near side. There's a little pitch to the end around for Belvin, but as he tries to cut upfield, he is swarmed by a bunch of Pirates. Ball comes loose. Pirates say they have it. I think the ball might have. No, it is a fumble. And the Pirates recover. Coming out with it is Aaron Wirtz, the middle linebacker.
I thought that was a late fumble, Doug. I thought he was down there, but we don't have the benefit of replay to see if he was or not. And referees called it. That's a fumble on Belvin there on the jet sweep that went for nothing. And give Port Charlotte credit. They put a good hit on him, knocked the ball loose, and then they'll take over the ball inside Tornado territory at about the 47.
So the first turnover of the game as Booker was moving the ball pretty effectively, and now Mike Ainello leading his Pirates out there, takes the direct snap, big handoff up the middle, big hole up the middle, and going in quickly is Brennan Norris. He's going to take it all the way for the score, 47 yards.
And Doug, that didn't take long. He was their main man last week, Brennan Norris, he ran 16 times for 123 yards and 2 scores against Cape Coral, and there he is, 1 carry, 47 yards. That sure helps the rushing average, Doug. And just like that, 1 play, And the Port Charlotte Pirates are on the board here, setting up for the extra point.
Yeah, that took 10 seconds, that drive, Ed. 47 yards, one play for Brennan Norris. And the turnover cost the Tornadoes right away, and now the extra point try. Left-footed kicker, and it is blasted up, but no good. He missed it. Looked like to the near side. So we'll see if that affects
Looked like he pulled that
later.
one, Doug. I thought he had it, snuck it through there, but the referees were in position, called it no good, so that'll leave it 6-0 here. Still 10:24 to go in the first quarter. The game couldn't have started worse for the Booker Tornadoes. They were starting to put a drive together, which is what they wanted to do, keep the ball away from the Pirates, but instead they fumble it, give it to the Pirates in their territory, and one play, 47-yard touchdown run by Norris, and the Port Charlotte Pirates are quickly ahead, 6-0 here early in the first quarter.
Exactly what Coach Rayshard Goodwin of the Tornadoes did not want to see happen. They got the ball first. We're moving it effectively on the ground, but the turnover at midfield, and the Pirates make the Tornadoes pay for it. Get the early 6-0 lead with 10:24 left here in the first quarter. Now the kickoff again. This again down the middle of the field, and this is going to go through the end zone. And it'll be right in the end zone it falls, so it'll be another touchback, and that's where the Pirates, the Tornadoes, will start again at their own 20-yard line.
Well, Doug, they tried a sort of a squib kick on the first one. It ended up bouncing into the end zone. This time he let go of it and knocked it about 7 yards deep into the end zone, automatic touchback, and that'll set Booker up for their second possession here at their own 20-yard line.
Well, let's see how the Tornadoes react here, if they can settle down. And just stick with their game plan here. It can rattle you a little bit if you turn it over like that. But Brantley has 4 wideouts right now, 2 to either side. Handoff, Benson inside again. This time he goes off the left side of the line. Gets up around the 25. Good second effort there. See where they spot this ball.
Not much,
No,
Doug.
I thought he got a little further than that. He only gave him 1 yard. Thought that second effort got him a little further, but his knee must have been down. Only 1 yard on that carry, 2nd down and 9.
Tornadoes trying to run that read option. So far, most of the handoffs have went to the back up inside. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and long.
3 wideouts to the far side. Brantley with the snap. Here comes the rush. Throws to the far side of the field. It's completed around the 21-yard line. Out to the 30, to the 35, up to the 40, to the 45, to midfield, tripping, and finally stumbles down around the 42-yard line of the Pirates.
Almost broke that one. That was a nice play. I had the 3 wideouts to the wide side of the field.
That was Decone Tyreen.
All number 10 Tyreen did was step back, get a quick pass out there, and he put a move on and was down the sideline. Almost broke it, Doug.
They said he was down, though, at their own 45.
Stepped out of bounds at the 45.
Still a first down, though. Nice catch by Tyreen. Good yardage after the catch. Already the Booker Tornadoes ready at the line. Here's a handoff. Benson going off the near side. No, the quarterback keeper again. Nice fake, and he takes it up to midfield. Boy, he faked me out. 2 times he's done that.
It looks like he may have dropped that one, Doug, the way the defense was in on him.
Oh, they did. Okay. It's marked at the 40-yard. I thought he kept it after I missed the fake, but nope, loss of 5 back to the 40.
You know, that's not good. That so far, inconsistent offensive output by the Tornadoes. Let's see what they can do here on 2nd and long.
2nd down and 15 at the Tornado 40-yard line. 9-10 left in the first quarter. Tornadoes down to 6-0. Brantley takes the snap. Here comes the rush, and he's in trouble, and he's going to be brought down back inside his own 30.
That time, Dougie held on to it too long. He had a good 3, 4, 5 seconds there to get off a pass, but nobody was open. And finally, the pocket broke down, and he gets sacked for a big loss all the way back inside their own 35-yard line. It's going to set up 3rd and a mile here for the Booker Tornadoes.
And this is not a good start for the Tornadoes. The Pirate defense has pushed them back now. It is 3rd and 27 at the Tornado 28-yard line. They line up in an offset I, send out 2 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Brantley with the fake handoff. Now he's going to throw deep down the middle of the field. Has a man open there. It is partially deflected, I think, away from the intended receiver. Joseph Lopez did a good job to knock it away from Belvin.
If nothing else, Doug, he did distract them, and it looks like he lost a beat on the ball. He was behind him, but that was a good recovery by the secondary there of the Pirates. The pass goes incomplete, setting up a 4th down punting situation for the Booker Tornadoes.
My mistake there was Omar Lyons Davis was the intended receiver there. But either way, it is now going to be 4th and 27, so the Tornadoes going to have to punt it away here. Standing at his own 13-yard line, awaiting the snap. And the kick gets away. Pretty good punt. Going to the far side of the field, and it will be fielded at the 36-yard line by Tyann Bush. And that's where they will have it right there. Just went out of bounds. So pretty good kick under those circumstances.
Yeah, not bad. Did flip the field a little bit. They were back inside their own 25-yard line. So that at least gives the defense an opportunity to make them go a long field. But let's see how they can hold up here after seeing that first play, Doug, go for 47 yards.
And the Pirates will start 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. They are going left to right. White jerseys with the red trim, red pants, black helmets. And quarterback Michael Ainello, senior quarterback, goes 6'2", 190. There's a handoff going off the right side of center up to about the 35-yard line. Short pickup there. Looks like Norris, right?
Yeah, that was Norris, the same inside handoff to the fullback. That time the defensive line of the Booker Tornadoes held up well, only giving up a 3-yard gain on first down.
And as we're getting used to now, no huddle, so right away to the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff again, and this time slashing to the left side of the center and up to about the 38-yard line. Another short pickup for the Pirates.
And number 8, it looked like number 28, Kyle Wheeler on that
tight end
carry. Looked like a little misdirection, Doug. It looked like motion and everything was coming to this side, to the near side, and then they cut back and went to the left side of the offensive formation. Short gain, setting up 3rd down.
Coming down to the 7:15 mark in this first quarter. Pirates with the 6-0 lead. They had a one-play scoring drive, 47-yard run by Norris. Here's Ainello throwing deep down the far side. Has a man there, but just overthrows Brandon Mapp, who was open. Incomplete.
A rare pass, Doug. They didn't throw one, at least the starting quarterback didn't throw one Ainello last week in their big win, 57-21 over Cape Coral. But they had a good pattern. The receiver was out there, but the pass was too long. Falls incomplete, setting up a 4th down punting situation for the Pirates, their first punt of the game.
So good job by the Tornado defense as they are forcing a punt here. Now we're going to get a official timeout. Nope, going to be a timeout for Booker, not the mid-quarter timeout. A little bit early for that. So Rayshard Goodwin wants to talk it over with his punt return team here. Make sure they're on the same page. Got to feel good if you're a Tornado fan there. The defense held pretty good on that sequence.
Yeah, they did hold up pretty well that time. And maybe Coach wants to make sure that they don't have a fake on. This is about getting into that area where you might consider a fake. Of course, you're up 6-0, Doug, early in the game. Don't really need to do a fake punt. But usually that 40-40 is about that no man's land where coaches will give it a shot to maybe run a fake punt.
Now the Tornadoes back out on the field. And Anthony Thomas will stand back for Booker, waiting the kick here. Devin McCormick is the kicker and the punter. And he is standing at his own 25. 7:07 left first quarter. Pirates 6, Booker Tornadoes nothing here at Tornado Alley, campus of Booker High School. Just off 301 in North Sarasota. Now we're set to resume play here. Good snap. McCormick gets the right foot into it. Thomas backpedaling a little bit. He's going to take it at the 20-yard line. Calls for the fair catch, and that's where the Tornadoes will start once again inside their own 20.
Beautiful punt on that one, Doug. Nice spiral kick. Plenty of air on it. Forced the Tornadoes to call a fair catch, and they're going to be back up once again around their own 20-yard line. That's where they started their first 2 offensive drives, and it looks like that's where they're going to go again here on their 3rd offensive series of the first quarter.
5 minutes in, and this is already the 3rd possession for the Booker Tornadoes. As they line up with 2 wide out, split wide to the near side. And 2 to the far side. Ball on the far side hash mark. Brantley in the gun. Takes the snap. Handoff Benson inside. Eludes 1 tackler, but he's not going to get very far. And barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like he might have lost a yard or 2 there, Doug. Pretty good defensive push up front by the Pirates defensive linemen. They were changing the line of scrimmage, putting it into the backfield of the Tornadoes. He was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage on that play, Doug, setting up a second down situation.
Coming down to the midway point of quarter number 1. No gain on the play. They'll call it 2nd and 10 now. 3 wide out split to the near side. Brantley in the gun. 1 back to his right is Benson. 1 wide out to the far side. Brantley takes the snap, throws to the near side. It's going to be bobbled and picked off at the Booker 40-yard line, and he's going to be brought down at the 39. And I don't know where Brantley was throwing that one. Nothing but Pirates there, and that was, well, we don't have a number 3.
Rod Romulus.
22, okay.
Nice bobble there. Good hands to keep it alive and haul it in. There was 2 receivers in the same area there, Doug. One of them probably shouldn't have been there, and the pass was overthrown right into the arms of Romulus, and he was able to come up with the play. It gives the Pirates field position again, great field position inside the 40-yard line of the Booker Tornadoes, and it looks like it might be time for the water break. Yes, it is.
That's the second turnover of the ball game for the Tornadoes. And now the Pirates will have it, 1st and 10 at the Booker 39, 6:12 remaining here in the first quarter of play. And next week we're going to be back at Eyrig Field, big district matchup, and really one of the best teams in not only the county but in the state of Florida. We're going to see the Venice Indians next week, Ed, against the Sarasota Sailors.
Well, the Sailors are going to have to get up for that game, Doug. They did suffer a defeat last week at the hands of Palmetto, so they're already 0-1 in the district, facing the Venice Indians, third-ranked 7A team in the state of Florida, according to the AP poll. So Sarasota's going to be ready for a big game. They need a win badly in that one, Doug.
Pirates lining up in the offset eye, and now it breaks up. Just a one-back set quarterback. Ainello takes it, handoff to Brennan Norris up the middle. This time he's pushed back. Good job by the Booker defense there to keep Norris to no gain.
Yeah, nice job inside there. They threw the runner Norris back. Gained about a yard of forward progress, but they definitely have stiffened up since that first play of the game that Norris went 47 yards for a touchdown on, Doug.
Second down, and we'll call it 9.5 at the Booker 38-yard line. Now a tight formation. Quarterback under center. Ainello with the pitch to the far side. And it goes outside, and he's going to go down the far side of the field, and he's going to take it all the way in for the score. Actually Ainello who took the handoff, the pitch for the score.
Yeah, they ran the Wildcat formation there, and Ainello was the one that got the pitch, showing his running ability. He ran for 2 touchdowns as well last week. And he was 12 carries for 77 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a big one right there, Doug. That's about 38-yarder. And that goes for the touchdown on the sweep to the far side. And that quickly puts the Pirates up 12-0 with the extra point coming up.
So a little trickery there. Michael Ainello takes the pitch and goes in for the score. This time the extra point is booted through, and with 5:29 remaining here in the first quarter, it's the Port Charlotte Pirates 13 and the Booker Tornadoes nothing. And as you mentioned, Ed, at the top of the broadcast last week, with all the runners, Norris had 123 yards, Ernest Harvey had 85, Ainello, the quarterback, 77, and Markel Platt with 58. All those points, they put up 57, no passes.
Yeah, and that was the most points ever scored by a Port Charlotte team in school history. So pretty impressive display last week. And if you're going to get turnovers in the other team's end of the field like they have so far in this game, you're going to be able to put up a lot of points once more. And so it's definitely not the kind of start that the Tornadoes were hoping for tonight. You certainly can't give short fields to this potent offense of the Port Charlotte Pirates.
So the Tornadoes find themselves trailing now by 2 touchdowns, although one missed extra point there. 5:29 left in this first quarter. They'll get the ball back once again. See if they can improve their field position. And again, a good kick, and it's going to be kicked into the end zone once again. They don't want any part of a return. The Pirates don't. And 1st and 10 for the Tornadoes again at the 20.
And the Tornadoes will start this offensive series, Doug, out from their familiar spot at the 20-yard line. That's 80 yards to go on all 4 series that they've had so far. That's tough to do in high school football, and especially against this Pirate defense that has been pretty stout so far this season. They had a shutout in their first game, 28-0, and then they lost their second game 10-7 to Barron Colliers. So they haven't given up many points when it mattered. early in this season.
Tornadoes line up again with the double wides to either side of the line. Brantley in the gun, takes the snaps, fakes a handoff, throws to the far side, and throws a bit too high for DeCone Tyrene over there. And that's been about it so far for the Tornadoes. Not much in the passing game.
Yeah, and I'm afraid they're going to have to throw it around a little bit too, because that Pirate defense has been pretty stout in the middle, and then they do like to run that inside handoff off the read option.
2nd down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Same formation. Low snap. Brantley able to pick it up. Fakes a throw, but he's going to be wrestled down back at the 10-yard line, and he was brought down by Vance Cohee, the outside linebacker.
He was just trying to throw a quick play to the wide receiver on this side, number 2, Osiris Mitchell, but the timing was thrown off by the low snap. He fumbled around a little bit. By the time he picked it up, he had a defender right in his face, and he had to eat it, pushed him all the way back to about the 12-yard line, setting up a 3rd and 17 situation here for the Tornadoes. Let's see if they play conservative, but they're already down 2 touchdowns, Doug.
And it's 3rd and 17, back to their own 12. Another low snap. Brantley able to pick it up, though. He just heaves it up in the air to the near side, up for grabs, and it is going to be caught at the 41. Oh, man, Osiris Mitchell went up and grabbed it. Did he stay in bounds?
He looked like he was in bounds to me, Doug.
Yep, looks good.
They're not calling that out of bounds, are they?
Looked like he had both feet in from here, unless he stepped out of bounds and came back in.
Well, he could have done that. He might have been knocked out and then came back in and touched it first. But I didn't see if that was the call by the referee. But he clearly came down with both feet and his backside in bounds, Doug, with that reception. He went high he skied on that one, Doug, to haul it in.
Referee Jamie Van Duzen talking it over, and it looks like it will not be a catch. No catch. I guess that's the call.
It's disappointing to wipe that one off the board. That was a highlight reel play right there. But it goes as an incompletion, setting up 4th down and 17 for the Tornadoes, and they're going to have to punt it away here.
Tough break for Booker there. And we saw a circus catch last week at Braden River, didn't we? That one-hander.
One-hander, right. That was the best catch we've seen so far this season.
That was pretty good right there as well.
This one was pretty good. He went up with 2 hands and skied over the defender and went up and brought it down in bounds. But like we said, he must have stepped out of bounds, but I didn't see the signal from the referee that that's what it was.
So Tornadoes will have to punt it away, and they're going to punt it this time from their own end zone. And you know the Pirates are going to put a rush on the kicker here.
They made a set up the return, Doug. They're going to get the ball definitely in Booker territory, it looks like. So maybe they don't want to risk a block here.
Good snap. Short kick, though, high in the air. Fair catch called for. And the fair catch is fumbled, and the Booker Tornadoes could get it back here. Still scrambling for the ball, and I think Booker got it around midfield.
That was about the 6th or 7th player that had a hand on it, Doug. Finally, it looks like the Booker Tornadoes were able to haul it in. It was such a short punt. The returner came up to make the fair catch, and he was surrounded by other players, and he really sort of overran it. It sort of hit off his shoulder pad, bounced around. A few players had a chance to fall on it, and the Booker Tornadoes will end up now with their best field position of the game to start this drive at their own 47-yard line.
Huge break for them. Good job there as the fair catch was muffed, and the Tornadoes recover it at their own 47. 4:24 remaining in the first quarter. Booker down 13-0. Let's see if the Tornadoes can capitalize here. 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. Brantley takes the snap. Again, a fake handoff, little pass to the far side, and overthrows DeCone Tyrene over there. Nice fake, though, but Brantley got a little bit over-anxious on the throw.
Well, it looked like he was trying to lead him upfield, and the receiver just sort of stopped. He got to turn those upfield. There was plenty of room for him out there, and that's what the quarterback was trying to do, lead him out there, but instead it falls incomplete, setting up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line of the Tornadoes. And the crowd still filing in here at Tornado Alley. Brantley in the gun, low snap, looks left, throws left. It is caught inside the Pirate territory and then wrestled to the ground around the 47-yard line. Good catch by Osiris Mitchell, the senior wideout.
And Mitchell definitely has some receiving skills. They got to find ways to get him the ball a little more often. Good effort on his part, too, to try to get some extra yardage. Looks like he picked up about 6, setting up 3rd down for the Tornadoes.
Third down, and it looks like 4. Yep, 4 at the 47-yard line of the Pirates. Now we're going to get a whistle.
Looks like an equipment issue.
Timeout by the referee. And it looks like, not sure why. Well, either way, it's no official timeout for either team, so it'll be third down and 4. Clock back in motion, 3:35 left in the first quarter. Now quarterback under center, 3 wide out to the far side, 1 to the near side. Brantley drops back to pass, looks left, now throws over the middle, has a man open, caught at the 30-yard line, down to the 25, still struggling on his feet, and is going to be wrapped up just inside the 25. Daquan Tyreen with the catch, and a first down for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Daquan, nice play there, nice pass. We had a couple receivers running through the secondary of the Pirates, and give Arthur Brantley a lot of credit. He stood in the pocket there, saw his receiver coming across from the far side towards the near side, hit him in stride, and it's a big first down for the Booker Tornadoes as they drive now finally into Port Charlotte territory.
Booker really with an opportunity here they have to capitalize on here to stay in this ball game. You don't want to get run out of here early. Here's a handoff. Benson off the left side, bounces outside and still struggling forward and picks up about 3-4 yards. Let's see where they spot it here. Looks like it got down near the 25. Actually the 20, I should say. Let's see where they spot this ball. Face mask going to be on the Pirates, so that'll help out here.
It sure does. They didn't pick up much on the run itself, but that personal foul should move it 15 yards closer to the end zone for the Pirates. Or let's see if it's a half the distance to the goal, Doug.
See if it's the 15-yard variety here.
Well, yeah, half the distance.
Half the distance. And it will be a first down.
Should be an automatic first down.
And there is a handoff and quarterback keeper, but it gets down inside to about the 13, it looks like.
A nice move there by Brantley. He faked the handoff inside. It looked like he was going to go outside with it. He saw an opening, cut it up, was able to move the chains, pick up a first down to the, looks like the 12-yard line as the Tornadoes keep the ball driving.
Brantley in the gun. Keeper going to the outside, trying to beat one man, puts out the stiff arm and gets down near the 10 before he slips a bit and goes to the ground.
Good
defense.
defense.
About 2.
Yeah, good defense that time by the Pirates. They were able to string that run out. I really had nowhere to try to cut it up when he finally did. He was running out of real estate and was only able to pick up a couple of yards, setting up second down now for the Tornadoes inside the 10-yard line of the Pirates.
Second down and 9. I formation, quarterback in the gun. Brantley takes the snap, looks to the left, now throws it to the near corner of the end zone. Up for grabs. It is going to be bobbled and unable to be brought down. Would have been a very tough catch as Osiris had a chance for it but couldn't haul it in.
A beautiful pass. He ever thrown to a spot there into the corner of the end zone. Nice air under that pass by Brantley. Cyrus, he was a little slow getting out there, but once he saw the ball coming down on its arc, he made a move for it. He just got there a little bit late. 2 defenders on him, and it falls incomplete, setting up third down now for the Tornadoes.
3rd and 9 at the 11-yard line. Ball on the far side hash mark. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Brantley. And he is going to be swarmed as he looked like he wanted to hand it off there, but unable to do so. And he's going to be brought back for a loss back behind the 15.
Yeah, looked like he wasn't sure whether to hand it off or not, and maybe there was a pass play called on that, but big pressure that time by the Pirates. They brought it right up the middle. Brantley didn't have time to react to anything after that, faking that handoff, and he gets thrown for a loss. It's now 4th down. Let's see if we know they don't have a kicking game, Doug, so it's probably a pretty good timeout here to try to see if they can come up with a play to try to get it into the end zone or at least get a first down. It is 4th and 13 on the 16, so they could pick up a first down without scoring, but they need to try to see if they can get it into the end zone here.
One of the Achilles heels of the Booker program the last few years, no kicking game at all, and ironically, that's what got them the win in the overtime against Riverview. They had to go for the two-pointer to win it. They didn't have a kicking game, and it worked out for them, but it can hurt you, too, in a situation like this. Although I think you probably would want to go for it anyway, down 13-0.
Yeah, down 2 scores. Unless you had a automatic kicking game, you'd probably want to go for it anyways. But that loss on that third down play really hurts. If they would have at least been able to pick up a couple of yards there, maybe it would have been a 4th and short. That would have been a much easier play call, Doug. Now you almost have to throw it, and certainly the Pirates know that, and I expect them to bring some heat again here on this 4th down try.
Minute 26 remaining in the first quarter. Booker, 4th down and 13 at the 16-yard line of the Pirates. See if they can pick up a first down, if not the score here. Brantley in the gun, takes the snap, drops back, now rolls to his near side. Looking for somebody open, lofts to the near corner of the end zone. Up for grabs, it is caught. Did he stay in bounds? Touchdown, Tornadoes. Great catch there by Osiris Mitchell.
Mitchell, he has some hops there, Doug. He went up again. Skied over the defender. The defender had inside position on him, but Mitchell was able to go up over him. Give a lot of credit to Brantley. It looked like he was trying to go to the wide side where he had 3 receivers. Nobody was open. He rolled to his left. Always a tough throw, but he was able to put the ball up in the right position where only Mitchell could make the play, and he does for the initial touchdown of the game for the Booker Tornadoes.
Now they are going to go for the extra point here. Michael Rivers will attempt it. An old-fashioned straight-on kicker, Eddie. Kicks it through.
Looks like Lou the Toe.
Lou the
Rosa
Toe.
there. Kicking it straight on, and it goes through. Beautiful kick, Doug. Nice height right down the middle. Maybe they found themselves a kicker. They had to get one of those big old linemen out there, number 55, Calvin Pinckney, able to boot it through for the extra point. And the Booker Tornadoes are on the board. It's the Port Charlotte Pirates 13, the Booker Tornadoes 7. Still 1:17 to go, Doug, in this first quarter. Seems like we've been in this first quarter for a long time.
I was going to say Pat Summerall, but your reference was better than mine. Lou the Toe Groza.
That's easy. I don't know. Who's older, Pat Summerall or Lou Groza?
I haven't seen a straight-on kicker since Fred Cox. Remember that with the Minnesota Vikings? I think he was the last
Fred
one.
Cox.
Or Jim, there was a guy on the Redskins that did that, I think, one of the last straight-on kickers. We'll think of it later. But good job by the Tornadoes there coming down the field on that possession. They got the benefit of a muffed fair catch, but they actually go 80 yards on that. Now here's a short kick. It's going to be taken around the 25 and just downed by Thaddeus Boston. So that worked out well for the Tornadoes. So things looking a lot better than they did a few minutes ago for Booker.
Yeah, good job there by Boston. That ball was sort of a squibber. That had like a knuckler. It was bouncing around there strangely. He was able to get 2 hands on it and get to the ground with it and secure it to give the Pirates here another possession late in the first quarter. Good result for the Booker Tornadoes. Ball's inside the 30-yard line at the 27, and that's where the Pirates will start this drive here.
Minute 15 left in the first quarter. It's 13-7. Pirates with the lead. Pirates with the ball back right now. Michael Ainello scored just a few moments ago. Last time they had the ball on a Wildcat play, and now we're going to get a whistle before the play gets underway. False start, perhaps. That's the call on the Pirates. So right now, the Tornadoes have the momentum back in their possession here. After getting a score, going 80 yards, now they push the Pirates back to their own 22-yard line, 1st and 15.
And that was a much-needed drive there for the Tornadoes. Like that gets them right back into this game. Let's see now if the defense can hold them and give them a shot here to perhaps take the lead here as we head near the second quarter.
And the Pirates line up in a triple backfield there. Ainello takes the direct snap, and he's going to run with it himself, and he takes it up to about the 25. Gets across the 25, so a short gain there. And right now, the Booker defense playing well.
Sorry. Nice second effort there by Ainello. He got hit, it looked like, at the line of scrimmage, was able to fight his way forward and pick up some extra yardage there for the Pirates.
Under a minute remaining now in the first quarter, down to 48 seconds and counting. Second down and 10 at the Pirate 27-yard line. Two wideouts split to the far side, empty on the near side. Here's Ainello handing it off to Norris, who goes off the left side. Good gain there, out to across the 35. Be a little bit short, I believe, of the first down, though.
Yeah, nice run up the middle, and it looks like a Booker player is down on the ground, not moving. So that'll be an official's timeout as they come out to check him out. But that was a nice run. Looked like almost an 8 or 9 yard gain there, setting up a third and short situation for the Pirates when play resumes here after we take a look at the injury here on the Booker player.
And we saw this Booker team back in the spring game, Ed, over at Lakewood Ranch. That game was stopped by weather in the third quarter, and they did not look sharp at all. Then the first week of the season got off to a bit of a shaky start against Riverview, and then came back and held the lead for most of that game, kind of held on to get to the overtime and then win it in overtime. But their defense pretty well shored up in that game, and they've done that again tonight. Looks like they're going to get run out early, and now they've kind of tightened it up.
I give them credit. They could have definitely folded it up there after getting down 2 quick scores and being pushed back deep in their own territory. But they got the break they needed. That was the muffed punt by the Pirates, and it was in Booker territory. They would have had great field position to start their next drive. Instead, up to that point, Doug, that was the best play of the game for the Tornadoes. That put them all the way out to the 47-yard line. And they were able to put the drive together 53 yards, including that beautiful 16-yard touchdown pass to Mitchell on 4th down and 13. And the Booker Tornadoes are right back in this game, down 13-7 here with 25.4 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
So they're still looking at the players shaken up. Is that number 7? Can't see the number from here. No, I can't tell from here. I thought I saw a 7, but it is not a 7. So we'll wait till we'll get the number on that. Just 25 seconds left, and now he gets up. Appears to be a left arm, left shoulder, perhaps.
Yeah, it looks like a left shoulder. That's not a good sign.
You know, you've had your share of shoulder injuries, Ed, playing football. They tend to pop out.
And once they do, they keep popping, Doug. The way they're holding that doesn't look good. I'd be surprised to see him back in there tonight, if at all this season.
Third down and 1, meanwhile, for the Pirates at their own 36-yard line. Here's a handoff. And trying to go up the middle and not finding much room is Norris. And I think he was pushed back. Didn't make it.
I think he lost a yard or two on that one, Doug. Excellent defensive line push by the Booker Tornadoes. They've been improving as the game goes on. They're starting to reset that line of scrimmage into the backfield there of the Pirates. And that was a nice job there to hold that. It's 4th down now. Let's see. Well, it'll give them a little time to think about it, Doug. 4th and 1 here on their own 36. I would suspect they're probably going to punt it away, but you never know how they're feeling, how the coach is feeling. Got a young coach there in Jordan Ingman. His 3rd year at the helm, still not 25 years old, I don't believe, Doug. They've been itching to have a good season this year after making the playoffs 2 years ago, losing in the regional final. They were 6-4 last year, missed the playoffs, and they're looking with a realigned district to do well, but they still have their arch rival, Doug, the Charlotte Tarpons, who are now 9th ranked in the state in 6A by the AP poll. And that'll ultimately probably come down to that to see at least who wins the district. But certainly Port Charlotte's looking to get back into the playoff scenario this season. And they certainly don't want to find a way to lose this game against the Booker Tornadoes. Tornadoes playing up in class. They're a 5A District 11 team as opposed to a 6A District 10 team in the Port Charlotte Pirates.
So the team's changing ends right now. That is the end of the first quarter of play. Pirates with the 13-7 lead, but it'll be a 4th down and 1 at their own 36-yard line. Port Charlotte now moving from right to left as they line up.
Looks like they're going for it, Doug.
Yep, going for it. And they're into the field here.
Quick snap.
Ainello behind center. And he's going to go to the – actually, it was not Ainello. That was Paul Barnes taking the snap, and he just drives forward. And I think he got enough. Yep, he picked it up.
I think they put the big quarterback in there to go with a quick snap, quarterback sneak. He was able to pick it up and move the chains, so that'll give the Pirates a new set of downs here as they are just inside their own 40-yard line, just at the start of the second quarter here.
So they get it now to mark it at their own 39-yard line. 3 men in the backfield. The quarterback, Inello, takes the pitch himself. He's going to run with it, finds a big hole up across midfield into Booker territory, on his feet to the 40, to the 35, finally brought down there. And Inello, as we saw before in that last touchdown run, he's got a great burst of speed.
Yeah, he looks more dangerous, Doug, running out of the sort of the slot back position than he does at quarterback. So they're keeping number 11, Paul Barnes, in there at quarterback, only a sophomore. And Inello showing some great speed from the halfback position.
So it is a 1st and 10 now at the Booker 35-yard line, just underway here in the second quarter. Pirates on the move. Here's a pitch again, this time to the near side of the field. A little stiff arm action as Ernest Harvey, that's his first carry of the night, I believe, and he picks up a little bit of yardage. Could not quite cut upfield.
It looked like he might have the corner there, but give credit to the Booker defense. They pursued well to it. Were able to string it out, get him out of bounds, and he picked up only, it looks like, about 2 or 3 yards on the play, setting up a second down situation for the Port Charlotte Pirates.
Harvey had 85 yards last week on just 6 carries, so he picks up bunches in a hurry. No gain on that. Second down and actually 4 yards they're going to give him. Second down and 6 at the 31-yard line. 3 wideouts in motion there. That is Paul Barnes throwing it over the middle of the field. He has a man open, caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Pirates.
Nice play. They only had one receiver out on the pattern. That was number 16, Brandon Mapp, their main man on the receiving side. He was able to get open and give Paul Barnes credit. He laid the ball out in front of him. Mapp had to go up for it a little bit, but he was able to haul it in stride for the touchdown. And just like that, the Port Charlotte Pirates drive the length of the field and pick up a quick score here. Still 11-11 to go here in the second quarter, Doug.
And the Pirates go 73 yards in that drive. Here's the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And now the score with 11-11 remaining here in the first half. It's Port Charlotte 20 and the Booker Tornadoes 7. So Port Charlotte answers back from the Tornadoes touchdown as the Pirates, I guess you should say, mapped that out perfectly, Eddie.
Yeah, it was well mapped. And nice catch, nice pass, too, by Barnes, only a sophomore. He's obviously the throwing option. I think they look like a stronger team if they are able to play Barnes at the quarterback position and Inello at that flanker back position. He's got great speed, already scored a touchdown on a sweep, 38-yard touchdown in the first quarter. So that's a pretty potent combo if they're able to put those together consistently for the Pirates.
So let's see how the Tornadoes can regroup now and react to that. They scored a touchdown, pulling themselves within 6 points, but now they find themselves down by 2 scores once again. Another blasted kick into the end zone will not be returned. So the Tornadoes will get it at their accustomed spot so far here tonight, Eddie, at their own 20.
Yeah, so far, nice kicking by Devin McCormick. Even though he missed that extra point on the first touchdown, he's been displaying some nice leg strength, kicking the ball to the end zone. And the one punt that he had was a beautiful spiral with plenty of hang time that forced a fair catch call. So that's a nice advantage that Port Charlotte has in the kicking game.
Tornadoes going from left to right here in the second quarter. Lining up with 2 wideouts to either side. Quarterback in the gun. Benson standing to his right. And he takes the inside handoff, and nothing doing there. Gets back to maybe the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's the same read option they've been trying to run over the left side. It's been tough going in that play most of the game so far for the Tornadoes. Haven't been able to break more than one run so far on that type of carry.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10. Brantley in the gun, sending out 4 wideouts again. Takes the snap. Here comes the rush. Look out. Eludes one. on the run, gets rid of the ball. It is caught around the 30-yard line. Bit of a backpedal catch. Looks like Tyreen made it. Did he hang on? He did.
He sure did. Nice catch. That wasn't the best throw, but Brantley was under duress. He was getting chased out of the pocket. He was able to see him there and was able to get it to him, and that moves the chains. Or no, third down, Doug. I thought that was enough for a first down, 3rd and 2 here.
Yeah, just short of it at the 29-yard line, down to the 10-minute mark remaining in the first half. Brantley in the gun, takes the snap again. Here's an inside handoff, and he runs into a pile of Pirates. I don't know if he got the pile moved up enough for the first down or not.
It looks like good second effort there. He was able to move the pile. It looks like he got it across the 30-yard line, and that should be a first down for the Booker Tornadoes. Nice inside running there.
And we don't have a 28 on our roster, so we can't tell you who that is. But it was a good job.
Yeah, nice job, number 28. Appreciate that.
Benson out of the game here. I don't know if he's injured or not. We'll have to see. 1st and 10 at their own 31. Brantley on the move, rolling to the far side, throws on the run. Has a man over there. It is caught at the 44-yard line. Should be good enough for another first down. That looked like it was Belvin making the catch.
But the referee signaled that he was out of bounds.
Yep.
So that's going to be an incomplete pass, unfortunately.
Didn't hang on to it in bounds. That's twice now the Tornadoes have had catches called back because of that, out of bounds.
Brantley does throw it pretty well for moving to his left. That's a hard thing to do for a quarterback. Brantley, only a sophomore.
Yeah, we saw him play a bit last year as a freshman. A couple of games we did with Booker. So, got to remember, only a second-year quarterback. Very tough to do that. Here's a quick pass to the near side on his knees. Did he hang on? That was Tyreen, and he did make the catch. Out at the 37.
Tyreen, a nice possession receiver. He was able to find a hole in that zone, and Brantley was able to hit him, get some much-needed yardage there. Puts him in a more manageable position here for 3rd down.
3rd and 4 as we come down to the 9-minute mark remaining here in the first half. Tornadoes trailing at 20-7. Brantley again rolling out, throws to the far side, has a man there. It is, did he hang on to it? Looked like it was Tyreen again. And it is complete.
Good job, forward progress. He got knocked backwards, but the referee's giving him where he caught the ball initially, and that's enough to move the chains. Another first down for the Booker Tornadoes. Nice drive going here with some short passing game, Doug, which really is sort of their running game. Those little short 3, 4, 5-yard passes helping to maintain possession.
Yeah, we expected a lot of running on the Booker side as well, but it's been a good mix of passing and a little bit of running. Here's Brantley on the keeper going to the near side, and he takes it up toward midfield, picks up about 7, 8 yards.
Yeah, Brantley, after the fake, saw it was open there on the outside. He turned it up. Nice little run there by the sophomore Arthur Brantley. Picked up, looks like about 7, 8 yards, almost 9 yards on that play, Doug. Excellent first down carry for the quarterback.
And he takes it just across the 50-yard line at the 49 of Port Charlotte. And it will be 2nd down and less than a yard. Brantley, low snap, looks to pass, still looking, throws deep over the middle. It's going to be up for grabs here and throwing into 3-man coverage, but the flags come out. Tornadoes could get a break here for pass interference.
Look, they had plenty of secondary back there in position. But he went to the small receiver that time, Tyreen, trying to get it in there between 2 defenders. I wasn't sure if there was an interference there, Doug, but the referee called it. That's all that matters. That should be a nice penalty and another first down now for the Booker Tornadoes as they keep this drive alive.
Not like the NFL where it's spotted a foul, but the Tornadoes will get good field position now. They'll mark it off down to the Pirate 39.
34 yards.
34,
line.
I should say, right? 34 yards.
They got 15 yards on that interference call. So they keep advancing it here. This drive, Doug, through the use of the passing game.
So 1st and 10, Booker. 4 wideouts. There's a handoff and cuts back to the inside and all the way down. Still on his feet to the 25, to the 20, to the 15. Finally dragged down. Still on his feet. And looks like around the 10-yard line.
What an effort.
And again, it's number 28. We'd love to know your name. but that is tremendous effort there.
Nice job when he saw the hole. He was able to cut it near the line of scrimmage, was able to turn it up and evade a couple tacklers in the secondary. Now, once he made contact, he dragged a couple more tacklers with him, dug all the way down inside the 10-yard line. It'll be first and goal here for the Booker Tornadoes at about the 9-yard line of the Port Charlotte Pirates.
So the Tornadoes trying to answer back for that Pirate last touchdown. Brantley hands it off to the fullback. 28 goes into the 5 to the goal line, still on his feet. Touchdown, Tornadoes!
What it looks like to me, Doug, is that passing game loosened up that defense a little bit for the Pirates, and after 3 or 4 or 5 passes there, they were able to find some big running lanes on the last 2 carries, and it ends up taking it into the end zone for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run.
80-yard drive for the Booker Tornadoes, and they do it in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. And it's a 9-yard touchdown run. Here's the extra point. Again, the straight-on kick. Did he get it over? It was a low kick. He did.
All right.
Lou the Toe comes through again.
Dribbles it over, but it counts. And that's a nice answer by the Booker Tornadoes. After the long drive by the Pirates on their last possession, Booker comes right back with their answers with their own drive of 80 yards. A couple running plays at the end of that drive, but there was some nice passing in the middle of it that loosened up that defense and created those running lanes. This is a game, it looks like, Doug, that the Tornadoes are going to have to throw it to set up the run as opposed to running it to set up the throw.
So we'll try and find out who that number 28 is on all our rosters that does not have his number. So obviously there was a change, but we'll try and find out at halftime. Give him credit, but that was a great run from 9 yards out. And pulls the Tornadoes within 6 here, so that extra point may mean something. There is a flag thrown down in the Pirate end of the field.
Yeah, that was a personal foul on that extra point, and that's going to give Booker the kick it off here from the 45-yard line. This would be the perfect time to call a onside kick, Doug. See if you can come up with a possession here.
Yeah, you really don't give up much yardage if you don't make it.
That's it.
See if they try that. Might as well. As Michael Rivers is the kicker here. And he does not try it. He kicks it to about the 5-yard line. It'll be fielded there out to the 10, to the 15. It is Ernest Harvey on the return down the far side of the field across the 30. And it looks like he got around to the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Doug, that's the last person I'd be wanting to kick it to. Junior Ernest Harvey, he did return the opening kickoff for 75 yards for a touchdown last week against Cape Coral. And that was one of his 2 touchdowns on the game. They might want to think about kicking away from him next time.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates at their own 37-yard line. 7:12 remaining in the first half. And pretty good ball game it's turned out to be. It looked like the Pirates are going to run the Tornadoes out of here, but Tornadoes have hung in, and they only trail it by 6.
Give them a lot of credit. Like I said, they could have quit early, but they've come back to make a game of this. Here
is a handoff. Big hole up the middle across the 40 to the 45 into Booker territory to the far side at the 45 of the Tornadoes.
That's Harvey there from the backfield position. Nice carry there for Josh Harvey.
And he picks up a first down at the Booker 45. That was a nice burst of speed there. Got good blocking, too, and just took it to the far side of the field.
Yeah, last week he had 85 yards and only 6 carries from the line of scrimmage, so he definitely can break a big one at any time.
Now Brennan Norris in the tailback slot, offset eye. It's a pitch, though, back to Harvey, going to the near side this time, and he takes it down to the 40-yard line. As they go right now, they go left, and it looks like about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, they like to run it from side to side, keep the defense moving. I always like that myself. Keep that defense off balance, make them cover the entire width of the field, and that usually pays dividends in the second half when teams get tired. Looks like a penalty on the Booker bench for not being far enough off the sideline.
Yep, sideline, usually they give you a warning, so they may have had one already, and now they get the penalty.
Let's see if they march it off, or is this just a warning?
Usually you get a warning, and that's what it was, so that will not be marked off.
Threw the flag, but no yardage marked off.
2nd and 5, though, for the Pirates at the Booker 40-yard line. It's Harvey in motion. Here's a handoff to Norris up the middle. Gets a good blocking ahead of him and takes the pile down inside the 30-yard line. And another first down, it looks like, for the Pirates.
Very hard run there by Norris. His legs were chopping away. He dragged some tacklers with him, moved the chains on it inside the 30-yard line already for the Pirates. They're looking to come back here and make up for that score they just gave up defensively.
Down to 6 minutes and 15 seconds and counting remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line of the Tornadoes. Ainello in the quarterback slot. Harvey on the end around. He's not going to get the ball this time, though. It's going to be Markel Platt. First carry for him. And Platt gets down to about the 25 before he's pushed back.
Not much of a threat to throw the ball here when Ainello's back there. But speak of that, here comes Paul Barnes back in, number 11. They send out number 41, Spencer Burkhart, who's a tight end. So let's see if they get it to Ainello here around the end here on a sweep.
About a 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
There
Here's a pitch, Ainello. And this time he goes to the near side of the field. It's going to be a short gain. Looks like he might have got it near the 20-yard line. Let's see where they push him out of bounds.
Nice hit there on him. It looked like he ran into a brick wall on that one. Not much yardage to pick up. Sets up a 3rd and 5 now, Doug. Let's see if the Tornadoes can hold, although we know that Port Charlotte certainly is in 4-down territory.
Yeah, I guess
point.
they give him 2 yards on that, so it'll be 3rd and looks like 3. Yep, they changed it to 3. So at the 23-yard line. And there's a handoff to Norris. Quick hitter up the middle, and he takes the pile down to around the 16, 17-yard line before he is pushed backwards. And, boy, he gets a head of steam going. He's tough to bring down.
Yeah, he almost broke through there, but there was a few Booker guys holding on there. Give them credit. They at least did push him back. Booker is playing their hearts out right now, Doug. I don't know if it's going to be enough as Port Charlotte's got that grind. I call it the grind game. Grinding away on the ground game right here as they're going to try to run some clock and see if they can get it into the end zone here from the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at the Booker 16 for the Pirates. Trying to get that 2-score lead once again. They're up 20-14. Ainello, Norris up the middle. Big hole. Gets inside the 10. Ball comes loose inside the 5. And I think the Tornadoes got it back. Let's see. They did.
What a big play. Norris. He saw a big patch of daylight there, Doug. I think he was thinking he was getting into the end zone. He got hit from the side there, and the ball came bouncing out. Give Booker credit. They were able to make the recovery outside their own 5-yard line. That's a big defensive stop. 4:45 left here in the second quarter. The Booker Tornadoes within 1 score, down 20-14, and coming off a big turnover there to stop that touchdown drive attempt by the Port Charlotte Pirates.
Now the Tornadoes will have it at their own 6-yard line. So they have to be careful here, but I tell you, these Tornadoes never give up. We saw that in that Riverview game, particularly when Riverview came back to tie it up, send it into overtime late with 2 late scores, and then took the lead in overtime, and then the Tornadoes had to match to continue it. They scored a touchdown, had to go for 2 without the kicking game, and they got the 2-pointer. That's what got them to win. So they're a gutty team. They do a lot with a lot fewer players than most of these high schools have, it.
Critical part of the game right here is see if Booker can get it away from their end zone and not give it right back to Port Charlotte with good field position.
They line up with 4 wideouts, split 2 to either side. Brantley in the gun, and he's going to give it to his fullback. Ball came loose, but I believe, he fell on it. Boy, that was dangerous. Benson with the carry, and he was able to fall on it.
Yeah, he was a good hit in there by the defensive front of the Port Charlotte Pirates and knocked that ball loose, but he was able to get back on top of it, setting up a 2nd down and 12. Lost 2 yards on that play, Doug.
Back to the 4, 4:19 and counting here, left in the half. So Tornadoes want to at least give themselves some room here. Brantley takes the snap, rolls to his left, throws on the run, has a man open there, and I think he did catch it.
Yes, he did.
He did. Wow, nice kind of a diving catch from the far side of the field by Jermaine Belvin. And out near a 1st down, it's going to be about 2 yards short.
Well, that's a big pass play, Doug. That gives them an opportunity to now call several different plays to keep the defense off balance and see if they can pick up a first down here and keep possession.
3rd and 2. This is a big third down play for the Tornadoes here. Brantley takes the snap, rolling to his right. Still rolling. Now he's in trouble. He's going to run with it himself, and he's not going to come anywhere near making it. He's going to lose a lot of yardage. Back to the 10-yard line.
Well, that was good defense that time. Only one receiver went out on that formation. That was Cyrus Mitchell. He was blanketed by several defenders for the Port Charlotte Pirates, and nowhere to go with the football. He ended up having to eat it, setting up a 4th down situation. Going to have to punt from their own end zone, and should get great field position here to Port Charlotte. Although the last time this happened, they muffed it. So let's see what happens this time.
And Tyann Bush for the Pirates standing at the Booker 41, waiting the kick here. So get a good snap. High snap, not bad. And a kick come to the near side. It's going to be short. Will bounce. It will be fielded by Bush at the 41. And he takes it down to about the 37. Goes out of bounds on the near side. So that's where the Pirates will start.
That's a good job by Bush, not letting that ball bounce any further. Was able to pick it up and get it upfield for a few yards, giving great field position to the Pirates here. Up 20-14 with 3:50 left to go in the second quarter. Just outside the 35-yard line of Booker to start this drive.
So the Booker defense now with the challenge. You want to keep the Pirates out of the end zone here. Keep it a one-score game. And the Pirates, they've been shown to be able to score quickly. Let's see what they can do. Ainello in the gun. Harvey on the end around, but it's going to be Norris with the handoff, and he spins around as he goes up the middle. And he takes it down near the 30-yard line. Picks up good yardage on that carry.
Yeah, good second effort there after the initial contact. Was able to pick up some valuable yardage, get it down all the way to the 30-yard line, setting up a second and short situation now for the Pirates as they look to put another touchdown on the board here before halftime.
Give them 6 yards on that. 2nd down and 4. And now Ainello in the backfield, and Norris gets the handoff. And Norris takes it across the 30. And looks like he got enough for the first down. Yep, they picked it up.
Didn't get a lot, but was enough to move the chains, Doug. New set of downs for the Pirates as they keep pushing this ball towards the end zone, trying to go up 2 scores before halftime.
Down to 3:15, clock stops. They move the chains. Now they put it back in motion. 1st and 10 at the Tornado 24. Here's a quick end around Norris, and he's going to take it inside the 15-yard line on the near side of the field. Got a good blocking group ahead of him on the sweep.
Yeah, that was one of those student body lefts, Doug. All kinds of blockers out in front. Good job by Booker to hold it to what they did. Well, let's see. It looks like a referee timeout there. Let's see what the. Well, it looks like they're going.
Yeah, they just moved the chains.
Waiting for the
first
chains.
down. It's 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line of the Tornadoes now. And here's another handoff for Harvey, but this is going to be blown dead as the Pirates continue to shuttle quarterbacks. Paul Barnes back in there. Ainello and Barnes have been shifting back and forth at the quarterback slot. Going to go against the Pirates here.
A little delay of game call there. I didn't think they took any longer on that play, Doug. They did on any other one. They were waiting for the chains to get set. So,
without huddles, really no excuse for a delay of game.
That's 5 yards to the good for the Booker Tornado. Sets up a 1st and 15 situation for the Pirates. Let's see what they got in mind here. But as Barnes leaves after that penalty, and they put Ainello back in there.
And Markel Platt, along with Ernest Harvey in the backfield, split backfield. Ainello takes the snap, pitches it, and that is a nice little fake pitch. And coming to the near side, and down near the 1-yard line. Let's see where he went out of bounds. Nice end around. That was Marcus Wilson on the carry. Yeah, nice little trick play there.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get in there, but he sort of stumbled around the 5-yard line. Wasn't able to get it all the way to the goal line, but that will be 1st and goal for the Pirates. Looks like at the 1 or 2 yard line. A nice misdirection on that play, Doug. everybody started to go to the right. The flanker split to the right side, came back to the left, took the pitch, and went down the near sideline. Like we said, almost in the end zone, but penalty bringing that one back. That's a big.
I didn't see the flag, but penalty against Port Charlotte. Holding call.
That's a critical penalty, pushing them all the way back to the 24-yard line.
Makes it now 1st and 20. So that's a break for the Tornadoes. Back in at quarterback is Paul Barnes. Now we get official timeout.
No, I think the Booker defensive lineman moved there into the neutral zone.
Did they call that? I wasn't sure if they were even set to snap that. Jamie Van Dusen, the referee. We saw him a couple of weeks ago at Irick Field. Referees move around all the different games in town here. Sarasota. It's going to be false start on the Pirates. So another break for the Tornadoes.
Another penalty. The Pirates here are self-destructing. They were looked like in down to the 1-yard line. Instead, here they're back to the 29-yard line. Still first down. Now it's 1st and 25.
So the Tornadoes getting an opportunity here to look like it might have been a short touchdown. Now a couple of penalties push them back to the 29-yard line. Here's a pitch to Ionello going to the far side. Now cuts back inside. Getting him down inside. They're on the 20-yard line. Good running there. Breaking a couple of tackles along the way. And he gets about 10 yards back.
Good defense by Booker that time. He was trying to go around the end. They were able to make him turn it up, but once he turned it up, there wasn't much help there on the inside, and he was able to pick up a nice chunk of change there, move the ball down to looks like about the 20-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd down and 17. They picked up 8 yards on that carry by the Ionello. 1:42 and counting. Clock is moving, remaining in the first half. Pirates with the 20-14 lead. Now we're going to get a timeout call. They let a lot of time go off the clock before they decided to take a timeout. Pirates did, and Jordan Ingman is going to talk it over.
A critical part of the game right here, Doug. If the Tornadoes can find a way to keep him out of the end zone with the 1:35 remaining, that could be a big boost to their chances. Certainly the Pirates looked like they were going to dominate this game early. You got to give the local team, the Booker Tornadoes, a lot of credit for showing a lot of fight and a lot of effort tonight so far in this game. They look to be outmanned at times, but they've made some great plays and a couple big plays to get back in this game. And let's see, Doug, now at this critical juncture of the first half, can they find a way to hold the Pirates out of the end zone here?
This is actually the first meeting between these two schools, Port Charlotte and Booker. Oftentimes, you play your district schedule. You usually play some other schools nearby. First time they've decided to do this, and gives the fans a chance to see some of the South County schools up in this area.
Yeah, and after this game, Port Charlotte doesn't leave Charlotte County.
Yeah, they got a good stretch on their schedule coming up. Here we go, 2nd and 17. Here's a throw to the far side, and it is off the intended receiver's back. Paul Barnes threw it. Looked like he threw it to a spot, and the receiver wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah, and good defense over there. He was well covered anyways. I don't know if he would have been able to hang on to it had he been looking for it. But that goes incomplete, setting up a 3rd down now for the Tornadoes.
3rd and 17 at the 20-yard line of Booker. Minute 31 remaining in the first half. Now we're going to get another timeout by Port Charlotte. They have 1 left. So do the Tornadoes with 1 left. And we saw the Pirates. I was checking Ed. We were talking before. It was November of 2013 is when we saw the Pirates play the Melbourne Bulldogs in that playoff game.
That's right. That was our first ever trip and only trip to Port Charlotte High School on Murdoch down there in beautiful Port Charlotte area. And they played quite a game in that one. Completely dominated Melbourne, who I think many folks had thought was favored coming into that battle. But all it did is set up the inevitable next week where they went up to Eastlake and were, I think, trounced pretty well.
Yeah.
But still, with the first year of new coach Jordan Ingman's reign, that was a pretty outstanding performance. It gives them something to shoot for each year now to see if they can make it back to that point.
3rd and 17 now at the 20-yard line of the Tornadoes. 3 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ainello, flag on the play, throws over the middle. It is incomplete. Another flag comes out in the end zone.
This might be offsetting penalties.
Kyle Wheeler was the intended receiver there, but a flag came out in the backfield,
I think the rusher there, number 15 for Booker, he was held trying to put pressure on the quarterback, and where the ball ended up being thrown, I think there was an interference penalty or defensive holding at least in the secondary in the end zone. So that could be offsetting penalties.
Yep, that's it. Bad block below the knees on Port Charlotte, and it's offside. Interference on Tornado, so they do offset. So it's a redo here.
It seems like Port Charlotte's been down here for about a half an hour, Doug. Still a minute 27 to go here in the first half. This Booker defense isn't giving it up easy, that's for sure.
We thought it'd be a fast first half with a lot of running, but that has not been the case. Been a good mix of passes and runs, a lot of scoring. So pretty long first half. Pirates trying to add to their lead again. Here's Ainello, and he's going to pitch it on the option play to Harvey on the right side, and Harvey takes it down inside the 10-yard line. And let's see where they mark him. He went out of bounds over there. It will be a 4th down. And let's see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, I like that play, Doug. That gives them a chance here if they decide not to. They're going to kick a field goal. So that was strictly, I think, to try to get good field position so that they could have a shot at a field goal here before half.
4th and 6, so they're going to go for the field goal. It's going to be a spotted at the 13, so about 23-yard attempt. Andres Hernandez, left-footed kicker, and it is right through. But I think you got to say, if you're a Booker Tornado fan, you'll take that any day. And it's 23-14, Pirates with the lead. 1:15 left in the half.
Yeah, he made up for that missed extra point. A nice field goal attempt there. That cleared by 20, 30 yards, easily booted it through. I guess the Pirates figured as long as we were down there, as many plays as we had, we don't want to come away empty. So they took the 3 points, and that makes it now a 2-score lead, 23-14, 1:15 left here in the first half. Let's see if Booker is able to do anything here in the end of the half and try to get some points back before halftime.
Good hold by the Tornadoes, though, keeping the Pirates out of the end zone. And maintaining, even though it's 2 scores, it's 9 points here. So Tornadoes still within pretty good shape here. See if they can put something together in this last minute and 15 seconds. They have not got an opportunity to return a kick, though. Another one into the end zone. And they'll start again at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Devin McCormick again boots it in the end zone. Some nice kickoffs and some nice punts. Surprisingly, he's not the extra point kicker, Doug. But
nope, they rotate. Hernandez does the extra points and field goals. McCormick the kickoffs.
Well, I like that in a way because then you got 2 kickers. You never know when you need an extra one. The kickers are vulnerable out there, especially on kickoffs. They can get hurt. So.
Seems like at every level, always comes down to a kick here and there. And
let's see if the Tornadoes are happy to go in down 9 points, or let's see if they try to pass the ball down the field and get some extra points here.
Got 4 wideouts in the pattern here. Brantley looks like he wants to throw it. He throws it deep down the near side, has a man there. It is up for grabs, and it is incomplete. Osiris Mitchell there. He threw into coverage, and Mitchell goes 6'1" and actually 6'5", so he's got a lot of height advantage there. Nearly pulled it in.
He's got height, and he does definitely get off the ground as well. That one just wasn't high enough to get over the defender. A little bit short, so that's a 2nd down here for the Tornadoes. Only 6 seconds went off the clock on that pass play, Doug.
Both teams have 1 timeout left. Minute 9 left in the half. Brantley again sending out 2 wideouts either side of the line. Takes the snap. Quick throw to the near side. It is bobbled, and it is incomplete. That was DeCone Tyreen, who tried to make the catch. I think he was turning before he actually had possession of the ball.
Yeah, that pass took a little long to get there. Tyreen was open initially, but by the time the ball got there, the defender was able to react to it and knock it loose, setting up a 3rd down situation. Still 1:04 left on the clock. Let's see if they maybe run it here and try to at least force Port Charlotte to use a timeout to stop the clock.
Brantley takes the snap. Again, throws to the near side. It is caught by Tyreen across the 30-yard line. Did he get enough of the first down?
That was the same play as the last one.
He did.
Brantley, wisely that time, he got the ball and threw it out there quicker. It was more of a timing pattern instead of waiting for the defender to get open. Tyreen was in the right spot, and it becomes a completion, and they're able to maintain possession here, Doug. At least not give the ball back to the Pirates one more time.
50 seconds remaining. They get the first down. Brantley again to the near side. Caught at the 40-yard line. That is Osiris Mitchell. And a little extra effort there by Mitchell. Drags a few more yardage out of that play. Maybe a late hit, too. Are they going to call that?
I don't know. I thought
I saw a referee throw a flag
face mask
there.
or something, but
Side judge threw a flag. Yep, you got it. Good eyes, Eddie.
the wonders of surgery, Doug.
Who's your LASIK surgeon?
Not LASIK. Completely new lenses, but that's the way to go.
Yeah.
20/20 distance vision.
That will give the Tornadoes an opportunity here. 40 seconds and a timeout at their own 46 now. Another first down.
And now you're going to go give it a shot for sure, Doug.
Brantley, 4 wideouts again, takes the snap. Look out. He's got a good block there. Now throws deep down the far side. It's going to be up for grabs, and it is going to fall incomplete. Jermaine Belvin was the intended receiver. Belvin nearly made the catch.
Yeah, it looked like that one might be intercepted, but that's the play where the receiver needs to become a defender, and he did exactly that. He was able to knock it away from the defensive back. It looked like he was honed in on the interception. That falls incomplete. Sets up second down. More importantly, only 30.9 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, that ball was a floater. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. 30 seconds remaining. Brantley takes the snap again. This time he throws a shorter pass. That was nearly picked off. It was over the middle, that throw. And again, the intended receiver, that was Jermaine Belvin. So dangerous pass.
Yeah, dangerous pass there. Threw that one into traffic. Several defenders there. Lucky that one didn't get picked off. What he really needed to do on that play is let the defender clear. The receiver clear, rather. He might have got past that second line of defense. It might have been open deep, but I don't think he had the time to do it, Doug.
3rd and 10 now from the Booker 46-yard line. Tight end and wide receiver in motion to the far side. A little screen pass set up here. It is complete at the 45-yard line. Up to midfield and going out of bounds inside Pirate territory. It's going to be short of the first down. And that catch was made by Benson. And a timeout called by Booker. That is their final timeout with 16 seconds. I thought he went out of bounds. I guess he didn't.
Even if he did,
He took the timeout either way. Huh?
I think they wanted to set up their strategy here. 4th down, I don't think they're going to punt it. I think they're going to try to get something working. With no timeouts, you really have to work towards the sideline. Even though the clock stops momentarily to move the chains, it's pretty hard to get set up down there and do anything with it. So let's see if they have a little out pattern here they can use to pick up a first down. And then that would give them a couple shots maybe to the end zone.
3rd down and 4 at the Pirate 48-yard line. Yeah, if they do anything to pick up the first, they got to get out of bounds quick here. So they may just take a shot downfield. 2 chances at it. Brantley takes the snap. A quick pass to the near side, complete at the 42. It's going to be stay in bounds, though. Mitchell makes the catch. Clock stops because they got the first down briefly.
They need to spike it. He had a chance to get out of bounds there, too, Doug. Instead, he made a move back onto the field.
Yeah, they're at the line of scrimmage now. They'll put the clock back in motion with 10 seconds and running. This could be the final play here. Brantley takes the snap. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Up for grabs. It is knocked away. Caught for the touchdown off the deflection. Oh, my. Dacone Tyreen.
What a play. Bounced off number 2, Osiris Mitchell, and the defender. They were at about the 3-4 yard line. And then number 10, Daquan Tyreen, was trailing the play. He got the carom, Doug, right in its stride, and he hauls it in for a touchdown. The prayers were answered as a Hail Mary here. Last play of the first half for the Booker Tornadoes.
The Pope's in America, Eddie.
It's going to make it 23-20.
There is a flag down. That might have been after the play.
Might have been, he threw the ball. It might have been unsportsmanlike, and they would probably tack that on the kickoff. On the kickoff to come out in the second half. Oh, okay. All right, it was defensive interference.
And that got the Tornado crowd riled up here.
That's a huge play.
Now they can pull within 2 with this extra point. Here's the snap, the spot, the kick, and it is up and good and right through the middle. And what we thought there would be no kicking game at all. Tornadoes have come through with some big kicks tonight as well.
And that was Leander Hewitt, so we've had several different people kick him through the uprights, Doug. But that's the end of the first half. What an exciting way to end this first half, Doug. 23-21, the Port Charlotte Pirates up by 2. Looked like they were going to blow the Booker Tornadoes out of the game early in the first half. Midway through the first quarter, they were up 13-0. But give the Booker Tornadoes credit. They fought back, made a great goal line stand down here. Must have had 20 plays that were attempted around the 20-yard line by the Pirates on their last possession. They were able to hold them to a field goal. And then they go the length of the field in a minute 30 seconds, coming up with the Hail Mary Karam catch for the touchdown with no time left on the clock. And with the extra point, we have ourselves a ball game, Doug, 23-21 in favor of the Port Charlotte Pirates.
We will take our halftime break now. If you're listening on the podcast, just fast forward it and come back for a great second half of football here. Doug Miles, Ed Schneider, don't go away.